Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program Destiny, where we're going for all the things of all the achievements. That's right. And then we're getting real close. You know how it is when you got 95 down, 5 to go. And so we're continuing on with the blueprinting of the things. So, of course, to do the speed run part of the achievements, we are basically doing a blueprinting of doing the entire Dyson Sphere. And then, of course, we're going to take those blueprints and do all the things. All the things. So, hey, Mr. O. Hey, Jamie, what's up? I hope things are good in the future. And I hope things are good in the neighborhood there, Mr. O. I tried to catch Mr. O on live stream. When I finished off yesterday with my stream, Mr. O had a stream going on. And I was just about to click on it, and my computer crashed. It was done. It didn't want to talk anymore. And I don't know. It did some sort of weird BIOS update after that. And it was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I just kind of gave up on that. But I hope you had a good live stream yesterday, dude. It was all good in the neighborhood. Yeah, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. May actually get some time to watch some DSP. You know it. Let's do all the thanking of the things. Of course, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that very much. And, of course, recent subscribers as they scroll at the bottom of the screen and everybody watches later. I, of course, appreciate that as well because that's the thing we do. Let's click over to the live session. I'm about to load the game. I got so many files. I'm going to clean this up. Over the weekend. Sure you are, Max. It's fine. So let's load the game. Let's have a look at what we, do that, right? It's 3. Yes, do that. I think this is what I want. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Yes, it is. This is what we want. Okay, cool. Stand this way. Okay. Where's north? Where's south? Wow, I didn't realize we were actually doing this upside down. All right, cool. Well, that will make it entertaining. Anyway, so let's talk about where we were last time versus this time versus where we want to be today. No active chat, but one person watching. Yeah, well, I mean, now, again, I always try to at least say hi or whatever whenever I go into anybody's live chat. A lot of times I'll be doing a bunch of stuff in the background, and I just tend to have streams playing in the background. But I at least try to say hi if I show up, right? So, but yeah, I don't know. Something weird with the BIOS and the video drivers. It did something really weird last night. Like, it was doing a little bit of weirdness beforehand, and it didn't really impact anything, so I didn't think of it too much. So I did the EG2 stream. Everything was fine. And then the next thing I knew, the screens all went double blanked, and they were flashing back and on and off. And then this message came up in the corner saying that BIOS firmware had been updated, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, holy smokes, you're losing your mind, computer. And then that was it. It was all done. It was all done. But yeah, let's have a look at what we're doing here today. As you can see, hey, look. The smelters mall is bigger, right? Yeah, like a lot bigger. And I've also cleaned up the power here. So you'll see here, this is all kind of cleaned up. You'll also notice here, the mall's actually, the smelters mall is actually running backwards to what it was. So, just to kind of point this out, when I started the Smelters Mall, I started with these 2 rows in the last stream, and then the iron, which was here, hooked into the back of these 2 rows. In fact, copper was kind of the odd one out because copper was coming in from the left, whereas everything else was coming in on the right. At the moment now, though, raw resources are now coming in on the left. So when I go to set this up, and this is this file, by the way, this file I actually is of me doing a test speed run on this file. So I did it about an hour 15. You'll see here it's an hour and 48, but that's because I've been in here like tweaking things, moving things around. Some other stuff. But we're going to keep going with this file because I'm pretty comfortable with the way this one's laid out. You'll notice here we've gotten 3 sets of miners plus graphene going on here. We got 3 more sets up top. That should give us a lot of power, right? Yeah, we're looking pretty good at the power again. So what I guess is going to happen is when I go to do this for the reels, We'll set this up in the opposite direction, running from left to right instead of from right to left. And this first line of material, I'm going to have to try and run it over, which means I'm going to have to build up a few more extra belt work. But I think it's going to be worth it because, again, the next closest iron is these two down here, and running belt work for that all the way up into them into the smelter's maw is actually big stuff, right? It's actually pretty intense. Thanks for your intention to visit. Of course. So it's funny. The other thing about yesterday was I actually got off work a little early yesterday, and I was actually I thought, you know what? I'm going to see if like another visitor that stops by once in a while is Gigi, Gaming Gargoyle. And Mr. Prepper, the new Mr. Prepper, of course, is coming out March the 10th. And he's a big player of that, too. It will be on his channel as well as mine. And I was going to talk to him about it, but he wasn't doing a live stream yesterday. And I was like, oh, darn it. But anyway, I got things to do here today. We're going to get nothing done. So you'll notice there's no red science on this map. That's because when I was doing this test, I hadn't gotten around to doing the red science, and by the time I redesigned all this, so kind of getting the red science start today is what I'm going to be redoing. We know we have 2 oil wells right down here. We do have the ability to do this little maneuver now, I think, right? Oh, no, we don't. We don't have veins distribution yet? Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. What do I have the ability to do then? You don't have steel or anything here, dude. Okay, this is actually worse than I expected. Okay, well, that's the first thing I should do, right? I should actually, like, get some stuff up and running here then. Well, listen, you got to do fluid dynamics, dude, because we need it. We need it for doing basic oil. That's got to happen almost right away. What else has got to happen? Well, we got to do steel smelting. Well, you know what? Steel smelting's got to come before this. Yeah, you got to do that because you need the steel to do this. Gee whiz, Max. See, I don't have my... See, I made all these really nice... I made all these nice notes and all that stuff. And, of course, now I'm back into the... I have no idea what I'm doing again. I made all these nice notes about all the build order I was going to do, blah, blah, blah. It was all great. It's all really great stuff right up to now. And then it's it's all loosey-goosey again. Well, I mean, we're going to need them red cubes, dudes. You need red cubes. Okay. And then, yes, you're going to need that. No, we're not touching environment. Nope. Just pretend that doesn't exist. That's not even going to happen. Solar collection. We should have a look at upgrades here too, dude. Yeah, mechanical frame, right? I mean, Mecha Core 1, 2, all the things. See, I thought I had this done. It's only 10 science, so I thought I had it done. But see, in my notes, I have this all down. I have a spreadsheet that I'm working on with all the research and all the order I'm doing that research and all the stuff. It's just not in front of me. It's on an alternate account, and I'm doing all the practicing and stuff. So yeah, I am looking a little lost, but trust me, it's only looking like I'm a little lost because it's just the way it looks at the moment, people. Deal with it. All right, so this is a lot of red cube stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's all very boring. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's see. Listen, I mean, that looks really good, but it's not where you need it to be. So we're working on steel right now. Excellent. We got our free tank, right? Yes, we did. You got to land right here, dude, and you got to get ready for this steel upgrade. There's my first flight. Boom, there it is. All the things. We like first flights. I'm fire. That's right. Hot chili pepper fire. Woo. Short description of that doctor would be much appreciated. Never seen or heard. Of that doctor, right? Short description of that. I'm still trying to. I'm still trying to piece that together. You got to give me the longer word of DR because I'll give you any explanation you want. I just don't know what D. I mean, oh, Mr. Prepper. Okay, yes. So Mr. Prepper. Okay. I don't do a lot of politics, but we're gonna be a little political. So, Mr. Prepper is a little bit of a political satire of how things kind of were in the U.S. market a few years ago. And basically, it's about a guy who is being watched by the secret agency. And he decides, you know what? I don't want to, the agency, they keep an eye on him, the whole 9 yards. And he decides, you know what? I don't want to deal with you guys anymore. I'm getting out of here, right? And his whole mission is to escape America to go, I don't know where he's going, but he's going somewhere. Now, that's cool, right? I guess. I don't know where he's going, but that's cool. So he's gonna escape, and you play the game, and you find out his storyline, and then you find out that he actually used to work for the secret agency, and then he lost his memory, and the agency decided to use him as a guinea pig to see if his experiments were actually working. It's actually really intense. It's actually really cool storyline. And then, of course, along the way, you help out. What would we call them? Dissidents of the things and stuff. It's actually a really good. It's a really cool game. And of course, it was one of the first games I actually played on the channel when I came back into playing games for the channel, the whole 9 yards. And it's really I don't know. I really enjoyed the game. I really like the game myself. And I'm looking forward to playing the game again. Now, I did the speed run on that game, so I beat the whole game within the 30-day game calendar. I did the 1 year challenge in that game where you had to play the game for the whole year game calendar. Of course, I've done the standard play on it like 6 times. I've played that game a fair amount. And I'm looking forward to the new DLC that comes out on March the 10th, which is called Animal Farm, and we should see what that's like when that happens. Hopefully it will be entertaining. I'm hoping it will be a good time because the game is a lot of fun. Or for me it is anyway. It's very much it's kind of a little bit of a cross, with it's got a cool storyline. It's kind of like, if I had to say, it's kind of like, what was the game I played there? The Captain. It's kind of like the Captain, except the graphics are like in like the 21st century. Like they're not 8-bit graphics. They're like they're like more improved graphics, and it's much more interactive. Than the Captain, because of course obviously the Captain's 8-bit, very flat, whereas Mr. Prepper is yes, it's a side scroller slash thing, but it's got a lot more, like a little bit more 3-dimensional to it and stuff. So that's a thing about it. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoy that game a lot, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be great. Well, I'm hoping it will be. Listen, dude, you've got no inventory room. Why don't you just put this thing down? Just at least give you a little inventory room. You're gonna have to clean up your inventory, dude. Okay. Listen, how do we want to do that? Well, let's make some plate, right? I mean, you got a lot of. Let's do this. 15, 10, 5. There, that cleans up some inventory there. Do you want to make some copper plate? Sure. I mean, we're just doing something here to clean up a few minutes here, right? There we go. That will do that. Why is these in 2 different piles? Oh, because it can only hold 300. All right, that's fine. Well, then you can do that. What else can we do here? You got 118, 150, 89. Here, put them extra gears away. All the things. You're holding on to all the things. Yep. Okay, we are holding on to those because they're very important. Okay. Now, I realize this isn't getting me anywhere anytime soon, but we got blue science happening, right? Look at the science. It's making a thing. We are going to move the oil back down here. So obviously we have 2 oil wells. One's here. That water there is really a bummer. But again, I'm not allowed to use foundation, so we're going to do these 2 oil wells. Do I try to fit the entire oil build in here? I think so. And I'm talking about the future as well here, right? So it's not just about now. It's about now and for like the foreseeable future. So obviously, like I probably will need like 25 oil wells. I wonder if I should do my crazy sideways build. Yeah, but that's pretty crazy for standard stuff, right? I mean, you don't need anything that fancy, Max. We just need to get stuff done. Well, that's true. You are doing oil now, right? Yes, you are. How long? 21 seconds. All right, cool. Just about long enough for that copper ingot to finish up. Time will show it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Time is definitely going to show it. I mean, it'll be a good time. One thing I will enjoy is I'm definitely going to enjoy playing that game and all the things. Is this where you want to try and do science? Like right in here, Max? Is that a thing? You can keep building blue science down that way. You tested that offline. You put these 2 labs down here to kind of just get them in, but maybe I could build my science here in this little pocket and then work on... you're going to need a spot for red science too, aren't you? Yeah, but you could run red science here at the top of this, and then because of this crazy water pocket, and then maybe run the oil right beneath it. I think that might be the way to go, dude. All right, well, let's give that a shot then. Well, first of all, you need an oil extractor. You need one anyway, no matter what you do. And then we need some oil wells, or oil refineries. 3. 1, 2... triangles are a terrible thing. 3, you're going to need some more of that steel. That's fine. Look, we can fly now. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Listen, how about you pick up some gas? Do you need any gas? No, actually, you're really good on gas, dude. You look awesome. So you just keep right on doing whatever it is that's doing. Listen, grab the steel out of that. I don't have that going into a box, but that's kind of like my freebie, so... just give me that for a minute, would you? All right, awesome. Okay, cool. Now, come back down here, and we're going to come here, and I want you to make me, well, I don't need 9. What do I make? 3? You're my extractor, right? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Let's go for one more for 4. Yeah, let's do 4 for a start. And again, offline, just like I did with this, I'll probably reorganize this like 3-4 times. And then, I'll be doing some testing. I'll be making a bunch of notes and all this stuff. So, what we're doing here now is we're just kind of, we're trying to test for the best. Hopefully hit a target a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not going to panic if it doesn't work out perfectly right, because I'll then spend time offline to see if we can't try to make it better, right? So we know oil's coming out of there. There's the second oil well there. That means both the oil I could bring up here and then try to feed it into like 2 lines. I mean, we could try to feed it into 2 lines here. That's really tempting. What do we got down here? Do you try and feed 2 lines down here, Max? What is this? Is that stone? That's just stone. That's ugh. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure we'll need stone. Let's see. It's nice to... Is this like... Where is this? 0 degrees? This is the equator, dude. You're right on the equator. Is that all right? Well, yeah. It's... I mean, I'm fine with that. You could... I think this is actually a good plan, dude. Especially if we're going to do hydrogen recycling. Are you going to try and do hydrogen recycling? Okay, this is the plan. All right, hydrogen recycling will go below the zero parallel, and the starter oil will go above the zero parallel, and we'll do it right beside this to get it started, and then I will cycle it down and through. I think that is a good plan. That is going to be too close to that, though. Let's try and move it out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, something like that maybe, and do something like this, and 3 and 4. There we go. You'll build solar panels around the equator. Actually, I'd rather build them near the poles myself, but it's going to be tricky to do that no matter what I do on this planet, right? Let's see if we can't get a good, decent look at the equator on this thing. Well, let's have a look at the poles first, I guess. Oh, never mind. I can't move because I don't have the research for it yet. Never mind. I would probably build them around the poles, but it's hard to say right now. I may or may not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Gee whiz. Asking me tough questions like that. Building around poles. You actually think I know what I'm doing here? Oh, man. Anyway. Anyway, let me hook up some oil here. Do that. Do this. Let's see. Select a thing there, Max. Sure. Paste. Paste. And paste. Now, maybe. Yeah, no, I still like this plan. I still like this plan. Do ya? Yes, I still do. Okay. All right. Well, where are you going with this then? Well, I'm going this way. Wow. All right. I'm glad you're going this way. Boy, did you ever answer that question really good. All right. And we're going to take this side. Right up to here. Sure. And then we went up. Does that seem like the same thing? Yeah. Okay, cool. No, see, it doesn't. Why does the game do that? Come on, game. Work with me here, would you? All right. It's fine. Very good. Do this, do that. All the things. Up you go. Is that better? Are you happy with that game? No. That is the ugliest thing you've done yet, Max. How did you put the whole thing in the sky? Like, what? What happened there? Okay, it's perfectly fine. So that's why it looks so stupid. It's like, why does that not look right? And I'm like, well, that's because the whole thing is in the sky. Sure. Can you do it? How about that, guys? There you go. Holy smokes. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. What do you want to do now? Well, let's go this way. Yes. You got to go up this way. Is this going to be your hydrogen line? Yep. Okay, cool. I'm glad we figured that out. What about the oil line? Okay. So let's come back this way, and then we'll go up 1, 2, 3. Really? Do I have to come out that far to do that line? Like, what is going on here? Game, you're supposed to. Why are you not resetting? That's what's confusing me. Yeah, see, I would usually I'm pretty sure that's supposed to reset when you do that. Maybe that's like part of the way it is now. I don't like that. Anyway, the oil is going to come out here and go into a tank, right? This is going to be the oil line. Let's try and again be somewhat organizing here. Do that. Is like, now what's wrong? What's wrong with this? Well, that's because you just tried to take the wrong piece of pipe. Never mind. You want to do that. Right to here? No, right to there. Okay. It'll be fine in a minute, people. It's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. No, I need you to go right to there, then come down to here, and then go into there. And I need you to come up here, mister. Please get this right. Yes, that will do. All right, so you're going to be the oil out. You're going to be my hydrogen out. Let's get this all up and running because you're just embarrassing yourself now. All right, so look, sometimes you change plans 3-4 times, and I'm really trying to I'm trying to plan for the future here is what I'm doing, right? I'm very trying to be future friendly. Yeah, I'm improvising, right? I'm improvising on the fly. And don't get me wrong. It's not that I won't look at this 2 or 3 times, dozen times later, but at the same time, if I can get it somewhat close to where I want it to be the first time, that does save me some late nights, right? And I like sleep. Sleep is important. Ooh, lack of item, dude. That's lack of item. Well, thanks. I see that. Okay. Yes, you could use. Look, you even used all the green ones. You weren't supposed to use the green ones here, dude. Listen, I know the green ones look really cool, but we're not going to use the green ones here. Because not until the actual mall hits do we use the green ones. So give me this. I need you to be hydrogen. I need you to be oil. I need you to be hydrogen. I need you to be oil. Let's fix the other sides. Okay. You are hydrogen, you are oil, and hydrogen and oil. There we go. So what do you give me the game? What are you telling me here? Liquid encapsulation, or whatever it is. Yeah. Store some oil up there for me, would you? Okay, look at that. Hydrogen. Yay, us. Let's get some red science up and run. Some gray hairs. Oh, dude. Let me tell you, the gray hairs I have. It's not pretty at all. It's just not pretty. Listen, are you going to make some labs? Yes. One. Why are you making circuit boards? We shouldn't have to make circuit boards. No. Don't make circuit boards. Don't do that. Yeah, come over here for a minute. Listen, give me all your circuit boards. We have all kinds of circuit boards here. It's a smelter's mall, but it's a mall of some sort, and you don't have to make circuit boards like that. It's a waste of your time and mine. Okay. And you know what else you don't have to make? Rings anymore. You don't have to make rings anymore. Do you know why that is? Because, hey, guess what? You get to just do things with rings. Yep, do that. So you guys can just have these rings now, because I don't want to deal with them anymore. There you go. And I want all the cool rings that you got. Give me these. Okay, there you are. Now, what are you doing? Oh, right. I forgot. This research needs circuit boards. Great. You just stole all my You just stole all my circuit boards, dude. It's fine. We'll steal some more back. There you go. Listen, I need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. Okay. You're going to try that flying around thing again? Cool. Now, this is where you want to put red science at, dude. Because if red science goes here, that would actually work out pretty good for you, I think. Let's see. Do you want to put it on this side or that side? Let's put it on this side, because then when you bring the graphene down from that, you can store that here. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You're going to need to drag some of this around. Yep, there we go. Excuse me. Yep, there we are. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up. No, you're not going to go up for me. There we go. That's what I wanted you to do. Right to there. And then we're going to come right over this way. There we are. And we're just going to keep it in the air for now. Keep it in the air like nobody cares. It's perfectly fine. Right to about there. And then you're going to put that back down on the ground. There you go. Do that. Now, the reason we kept it up in the air is because I'm going to run an underbelt on that, and we're going to move science over here, I think. I'm going to take that little tower over here. We're actually going to put science over here. But let's get the red up and running before we do that. Coffee time! Coffee time! Yes, it's coffee time! BRB on coffee time. Dude, you gotta like coffee time. I love coffee in the morning. It's great. I used to drink a lot of coffee. So while Jamie's off running around getting coffee, I'm going to tell a coffee time story. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I mean, a lot of coffee. It was not good. It's not good. I used to spend a lot of money on Tim Hortons coffee, which is of course a very famous Canadian brand here in Canuck land. Drinking Tim Hortons coffee is literally rite of passage to being a Canuck. It's the way it works. When you drink Tim Hortons, you literally become an honorary Canadian in a way. But just setting that aside, when I was in my much earlier times, I used to drink a lot of Tim Hortons coffee, and that was a thing. That's just the way it was. And now I don't. I don't drink any Tim Hortons coffee. And it's just because of just how my life went. Oh, you're in the air. You're supposed... No. You're in the air like you just don't care, but you actually are not allowed to be... You're supposed to not be in the air. You have to come back down. So, yeah, like it's... One time I used to drink a lot of Tim Hortons coffee, and now I don't. I do not. Not because it's changed or anything like that. In fact, it's not like I changed brands or something like that, or I turned my back on them or anything like that. I literally just I didn't switch to any other brand or anything like that. I just literally stopped drinking almost all takeout coffee. So, it wasn't because of Tim Hortons or anything they did wrong. In fact, I don't know. I'll have a Tim Hortons coffee like maybe once or twice a year if I'm out with friends or something like that. So it's not that I wouldn't drink it or anything. It's just, my whole coffee thing. I have one in the morning now, and it's homemade. It's not store bought, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And with that, hey, we have red science again. That's awesome. And what are you gonna do with that, Max? Well, you should take that red science and go somewhere, like up here, and we should actually make science. All right. Well, where do you want to make this science at? Well, let's get the science. What's going on here? You're short 2 steel. Are you serious? Okay. Can I have some steel? Thanks. Look at that. Inventory capacity. Thank goodness for that. Now, can we take these for a second? Hey, look at that. Blue cubes. Take that all out of there for a minute. Put those cubes in here. Now, let's see. How do you want to arrange this new science build thingy, jiggy? Well, okay. First of all, it's got to fit. So, yeah, that's not going to work. So that's gonna have to come, let's say about there somewhere. Now, of course, what we're trying to do is the future, right? We're trying to read into the future here. So you can run 3 belts outside. You can run 3 belts inside. One, right? Because you got to have so much science. Listen, that's 3 belts. Right? And then there's 3 belts over here eventually. Right? And then let's put in a thing. Can you get 3 belts right here? Looks like you can. Aw, yeah. Look at that. Look at us being efficient. Look at that efficiency. Yup. That's a thing. Okay, so we now know where we want to put these. So if we do this, lack of item. Well, okay, give me that. Can I have the item back now? Awesome. You're not going to get a fourth one in there, though. You are going to be able to get one there, but you're not going to be able to get one there. All right, this is okay, though. We'll get some stacking going on. All right. I think that's okay. I think this is okay. Listen, for now, let's just do double stacking of this, though, like this. Right? Well, you know what? Just take that one and put it down over here. We'll do it that way. I'll leave them 3 bars in there for now, just kind of a reminder for me to look at that a little later. Let's see. You're going to have to change one of these in direction of this, though. Are you going to continue to make red science here? Yes. All right, well, then let's do this. This is here. This is here. We're going to run the science right up to there. Yeah, very good. Let's go grab that blue science now. Oh, guess what you forgot to do? I know. I forgot to put a box in. And, yep, box. We need a box. Take this out. Yep, go away. Yep, go away. There we go. Box, please. 1 box. How do you want to do that? Do you want to just do it straight in? Do it straight out? Can you do it straight in? And shake it all about? Oh, gee whiz, the songs, people, the songs. You know, it's hard to be a comedian. All right, so look, I would really love. You're not gonna. Well, there's no real way to put that in pretty like. So listen, just do it like this, and we'll stick it in the box this way, and then we'll pull it out of the box this way. Right? Yeah, let's just do it that way for now. We'll find out in a couple 100 hours if that's a good or bad thing. All right, so there's our red cubes coming in. Yeah, we'll double stick them in, double stick these out. All right, now over here we got a blue line coming over. So let's work on that next. Yes. Did you want to run? Do you want to keep running that this way? I mean, you only if you wanted 200 science a minute, you only need 10 of those and 20 of these, right? But I'm not going for I don't think we're going for a 200 science a minute build. Let's see. You want to come down here like this? Or do you want to try and pull it in on this inside line? You know what? I think I'm going to actually try the inside line. And I'm thinking that, that would leave me that line there for, yellow or another color later. Oh, you know what you forgot to do? Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know what I forgot to do. Just a minute. Just a minute. You forgot to do this. Yep. And that's because you need 7 colors for all the sciences. That's right. Because 6 just doesn't do it. You need 7, which means you got to leave a space to run more science that way. So that should allow me the 3rd one to fit in there, but that definitely was a good decision I made earlier about not having a 4th one. So I need you to come down here like this. And then do that, do that, do that, and then you're going to do this, and do this. Okay, this power pole now magically happens to be in the way. Whatever. Is he? Or is he not? I think he isn't. I think if I do this, it'll be fine. There we go. There we go. Listen. Yeah, bring out some blue cubes, would you? Okay, now you do need to give this power down here, and power is the other thing that's a real pain in the butt. How are you going to get around the power issue? Well, I mean, later on, we could go for different research technology to get me to fix that. But right now, you've got to deal with that like this. Okay, we'll do it that way. And then can you get that other power pole there? Are you serious? That one power pole doesn't reach? Okay. How about that one? There we go. Let's now set these up for lab research. Yep, do that. You're going to do lab research, you're going to do lab research, and you're going to do lab research. And let's now have a look at the research tree and all the things. Congratulations, dude. We gotta get to yellow science. Great. Well, we don't need that right away, though it's actually quite cheap. But you know what you do need right away? Yeah, like stuff. Well, I mean, motors would be really important, which we're going to get. 2 more drones would be really nice. And mecha fuel power. Yes. That would be nice. Drive engine for flight speed. Yes. And then you being able to get off of this planet is important. Yes, it is. So you need to, because we need to go somewhere else to do things. So that's important. Now, let's go back to technologies. You know these motors that you keep looking at? You should have those because they're only 50. Like, I really should have done that so I can get the mecha core, whatchamacallit, blah, blah, blah. But we'll work on that soon enough. Listen, you know what you need to get yellow science? You definitely need this because you got to have diamonds and you got to have titanium smelting because that's what you need for making the things. Yes. Well, the queue is full now. Then we got to go for solar panels, blah, 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 all the things. Okay, so that is going to set us up for a bit. That actually looks really good. Actually, so we got blue cubes being made up here. Let's see if we were to work on the whole 100 science a minute, that would be 5 of you guys, or no, that would be 2.5 of you guys, so that's 3. 100 science a minute in red would be 5, so that's short by 1. Hey, we're all about the nice colors, aren't we? I mean, look at the cubes dancing in here. Look, you can see the little cubes coming together and dancing in the globe. It's all good after that. How are we doing power-wise? Is this like totally eating me up? Okay, so now we got to focus on the actual mall of the mall things. So the plan was to put the mall down here. Whoosh. But if that's where oil's going, you can't put the mall there, dude. And the mall's not small, right? Like it is slightly big. It's not the mall isn't small. No. Okay. Well, I guess the mall's going to have to try to go here. And I'm going to have to build it backwards. Wow. Just so much wow. That means that up there you're going to have to change the routing on all of that. Right? Is that what that means? I'd rather not do that, dude. So, yeah. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you got to have the green chips. Yes, we do have the technology to make splitters now, but do I really want to involve splitters yet? I don't know. Let's save the game here for a second. We'll call that 3AB. Sure, let's do that. Now, do we want... let's see. So you got all this stuff coming out. You got rings and things coming this way. And we need all this stuff. We need all this stuff not only for just science, but we need it for the mall, right? That is why this is a relatively robust build for a beginner's mall or a smelter's mall, because we need it to be doing science, but we also need it to be doing the actual mall. And we got this rinky-dink little bit of copper here. And I hate to say it, but every single resource on this map is important, even when it's only like rinky-dink like that. Am I going to miss that 27,000? I don't know. I might. I might miss it. It could get ugly. The only good thing is I don't need trees for power poles. Phew. Okay, so you know what you should be doing, dude? You should be making some of these. Okay, I agree. 510. Yeah, except of course now you're making circuit boards again, right? Yeah, so how about you go get some of that cool stuff so as we don't do that anymore. All right. Listen, first of all, feel free to pick up 100 gears. Why isn't that working? Oh, you forgot to put in the sorters when you were doing this blueprint. Yeah, you got to do that, dude. Here, give me 100 gears, would you? For 200 gears, you're going to need a bucket load of belt, though. Let's see, 510. How much of this can you make? All right, so you're now you're going to start doing the plate thing, right? Okay, well, that's fine. I'm assuming that's going to use up all them gears. So let's take another 200. Oh, no, you're going to try and make me plate. It wasn't gears you were running out of. It was plate you were running out of. All right. Listen, we'll take a couple of hundred of this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see we're using up these extra resources. And again, that's kind of some of the notes I've been making when it comes to blueprinting this whole thing out. One of the things all right, well, let's use a blueprint as an example. Speed run, stage 1. So, as you can see here by the blueprint, it actually tells us what we need to make this blueprint, right? And this is actually part of any speed run. You need to know within the next 5 minutes what it is you're going to need. Right? So in this case, if I was actually building this mall in a certain order, in a certain way, which unfortunately none of this is going to work now because I got to build the mall exactly backwards as to how this one's designed. But if you were to build them all with this kind of in mind, it would say, okay, in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to need 113 belt, 9 sorters, 4 of these, 1 storage, and 2 poles, right? So you would actually have that queued up, and you would do that. And then as you're building that piece, the next piece would say, well, you need 90 belts and 3 things and blah, 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 right? And that's how we would keep that going until the mall was built. That being said, we of course are just going to like fudge our way through it a little bit during the playthroughs. I think what we'll do is we'll kind of do a bit of a test. Maybe we'll do a bit of a test next week after I get like 2 or 3 of the segments built, because we got to get to our sister planet here, which you do need to research, dude. Yep. That is a thing you can do now, right? Yeah, turn that on. First of all, turn that on. Listen, can we go out here and have a look now? Yes, that's actually what we want. So what do we have here? 1.5 million iron ore, 720,000 copper ore. That's terrible. But it is what it is. Listen, can we zoom in a little more? Yep, thank you. There's the planet we need to go to, like, really soon. And it's just in orbit of right where we need to be. It's kind of scary, but we can't get off the planet just yet, dude. I'm afraid you have to stay here a little bit longer. Okay, so what do we need to make this small? Well, I can't use the blueprints, but because they're backwards, but I can do. I can go by what it is I need, right? So that's 4, 3 is 7. 7 and 8 is 15, and then that's the turns. So 15 is the first thing. How many did you make? 14. You're brilliant. Listen, do 5 more, and we'll call it a day. Listen, let's talk about belt. Probably about 100 belt on each one of these. 150, 100, so that's 250, 260. There's 260, 360. There's 460, almost 500. All right, cool. And any smelters? No smelters. 25. Let's go 9. 14 is 23. There's 25. Let's say 25 and 25 is 50. And then there's the turn. All right, so we need at least 50 of you guys. Okay, that should be at least 50, so we'll just do 10 more to be safe. That belt. How are we doing on that belt? You need 500 of this belt, dude. So you got to make at least another 200. All right, now you're gonna start making like gears and stuff. All right, so let's move down here. If this is where the mall's gonna go, and I'm gonna like pull my hair out for it. Listen, you you can't do that. You've got to go around this, dude. Because guess what? You're not allowed to have foundations. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so if this is where the mall's gonna go. It is what it is. Which way are we going with this? You got the rings and the green circuits coming out there, but you got no way to get them green circuits and them rings down here. Because this is already starting to get pretty crowded here, dude. And I mean, this is where you want your other science to go later, so you can't just block that. Okay. Well, I mean, height is not a problem. We can go up and over things, right? That's not the issue. It's like here, right? Like you can go up and over things. So, geesh, how do I want to get them? Or do I just turn everything around and go in the opposite direction? Yeah, but then your science isn't going to work there, Max. What are you going to do about that? I don't know. Sheesh. All right. Yeah, and your rings aren't going to work. None of that's going to work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, everything else will go the other way, but you know, you kind of need this for science, right? So if we try to come down here, like, where are you going to come down here at, dude? I mean, you've already got this line in the air for one. And you needed it to be in the air for over there. You're thinking way too hard on this. All right, so listen. Let's just put it in here and then figure out how to make the turn afterwards. All right. This is a bad idea. Okay. Well, the first thing you do need this metal. Oh, you'll never get all these lines down here, dude. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen if you do it that way. All right, well, what's the plan? You'll never get all this stuff down here. You got to get the iron down here. You got to get the copper down here. Like, you got to get the circuits down here, and all of this is blocking your way. I mean, yes, you can go up and over it, but you'll never be able to blueprint that in a decent manner. Is that going to be... Jeesh. All right. Do you want to think about reversing just half of this? It's what you could do. All right. It's really too bad, though. I would really... You know what it's really bad. Fun thing to do. Give med pills to your 17-year-old cat. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's a good time. You know what? Maybe your cat can help me out of this puzzle, since he's probably like got more insight at the moment now that he's on a lot of pills. I'll bet you. I'll bet you your cat has lots of insight about how I could fix this problem. Okay, I think I have an idea for this. It's a bit ugly, but I think I have an idea for this. All right, so we're going to bring 1, 2. I'll bring the iron down this way. This is really where I wanted this science, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So, all right. I mean, yes, the science will work here for just fine. I can put the science coming up this way, and the blue I'll have to make an adjustment for, but yes, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have it come down this way. This here, I'm going to have to make some adjustments to. I'm going to have to lay this down flat until I get to here, but all right, that's fine. Let's do a mall. And I have to avoid this silly copper. So that means you have to do it like this. That is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Okay. Your first 4 machines have to be for gears, because that's the way it works. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's all right. Listen, and you better leave some room here for some more iron because that's a thing. Okay. So that's okay. Yep. That's gonna be 3, and then that's gonna be 4. Okay. Copy, paste, and paste. All right. Outbound. Outbound on this is going to be here. Gears will travel on the outside. And the first one of these is going to be in a box for me. Do you really need that? Because you already have your box for gears. You know what? I think I'm going to just keep that other box. That'll save me a little hassle. All right, so that's going to be that. But now you got to run. You got to run the actual iron. You got to run the iron, and you got to run. I think this is for stone, or is it? Yes, I think this is for stone. Okay, so yep. How we doing, robot guys? I know you're all working so hard. So hard. I feel really bad about that, guys, but I mean, it's kind of your jobs, right? So, and I'm trying to get you some help here. Look, if you look in the research bar, I am trying to get you guys some help soon enough. All right? So just have a little faith with me. Right. What is the next thing on my blueprint? You know what? You're going to need screenshots of this now because you got to do this all backwards. I wasn't really prepared to do screenshots today. Sheesh. This is definitely not part of my plan today. Open recent. Okay. So the next thing is power poles and smelters and things. All right. So let's get that in. So that's nope, wrong spot. Thanks though. You're going to be power poles and smelters, and then you are the first half of belt, but then you're the motors for the belt. No, never mind. Let's just get this down first. You're going to be you know what you could be doing, Max? Yeah, I know. You should be blueprinting this. It's a lot faster. Yeah, you should do that. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, do this, do this, do that, do this. You need a power pole in the center. You're not anything yet, right? Neither are you. Okay, cool. Put a power pole in the center. Okay, something like that. I don't know why this one looks skinnier than the rest, but all right. Now, this is where you want to do this. You need to come out here. No, actually, everything goes in, dude. Everything has to go in. Okay. And then you make adjustments en route. So you go this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then on this side, it's in, and then sometimes you'll take the sixth one and go out. All right, let's make a temporary blueprint on that. Okay, do that. Do this. Yep, do that. We'll just temporarily save this as new blueprint. I'll rename it all the things later. All right, so then what we do is we do boom, like that. And then you need, I think this water is going to be a problem, dude. Guess what? Yeah, you're going to have a problem here. And that space is way too big. Really? Did I leave one too many in there? All right, well, that's fine. Listen, just take this back out. We'll manually build it for now, and then you can fix it later. But that is how I would. But so that is kind of how I would make a blueprint offline. You know, what I would do is I would delete some stuff. I tweak some stuff. You didn't want to delete that one, dude. You needed to keep that one. All right. Yeah, you got to keep that one. Do that. Do that. And I think we're going to have to end up making the turn early here. This is not good. Listen, let's see how bad it is. So it's power poles, smelters. Yep. And then this is yellow belt. Yep, sure is. And then it is. This is going to be. You got to stare at this drawing backwards. So this is motors. Now, obviously, we don't have motors yet. We actually need motors there, green motors there, and we're out of room here. That's not good. Because you need the motors to do the next thing, which is the yeek. This is a problem. You've run out of room. All right. Do you try to move this gear over one, and then try to? Sheesh. Well, already you're still working on that puzzle. So listen, let's do it this way. We're gonna take these 2 gear out and try and run this on 3 gears. But man, that's gonna make this a really tight mall. I'll tell you that. Gonna get awful messy after that. And you gotta fix all the power poles now. Gee whiz. Okay, and then put these 2 back in. 3 gears. I mean, you could always upgrade these to Mark IIs later on. All right, well, let's do it that way then. So this has got to be power poles. This is going to be smelters. This is going to be yellow belts. Okay. Then this is going to be motors. So let's blank that. And then this is green motors. This is going to be motors again, because this is going to be Mark II, so this is going to be Mark II sorters. And that's because this is going to be Mark I sorters. And then this is actually going to be this. Right, and then we got to make the turn. All right, there we go. So that is going to actually fit that in. So now you need, across from the first set of motors, you need this to go here. And then we have a box that goes there, and then we have a machine that goes here. I don't think I've made them. Oh, no, I did make the boxes. All right, cool. That box will go there. This box will go here. We actually need more boxes. So we'll do that. Boxes, people. As research is ticking away. Yep. Buildings, things. More boxes, please. 5, 10, 15 boxes. You're going to make me all that plate manually, are you? All right, well, you know what? I'll let you, because it turns out I got to put all the sorters in for these anyway. So have fun with that. All right. We'll take these out. So you're stuffing out. You're putting gears out. Congratulations. Which means you got to take plate in. Plate is on the outside track because stone is on the inside track. Okay, let's do that in reverse. We'll take this and do it that way. Okay, what do you need? You need plate and rings. So you're going to be plate. Rings are going to be here. We'll try to Wait a second. Let's have a look at this. Rings are going to be the second line. All right. There you go. And what are you? You are a lot of things. You are all the things except gears. So you want all the things except gears. And on this side, you're going to want this and that. Then our friendly neighborhoods, what do you want? Well, you want gears and plate. So you can have, yeah, come on, dude. You can have gears. You can have plate. You can have that into a box. Now let's put down our other boxes here. All right. There's a box for them. There's a box for them. So obviously, once we have made our telephone poles, we need to stick that into a box. Here we need to stick this into a box, and then you're already sticking into a box. We don't want too many poles to start with, so let's do 3 stacks, I think will be a good start. 150 poles is a lot of poles. These stack by 50, so let's do 100 to start. We're probably going to need a lot more than that, but we'll do that to start. We'll do 1,000 belt to start. Okay. Then this is where the fun really begins, because this is where motors turns into Mark II belt, which will put it into this box right here. Okay. And then at the same time, this will be Mark II sorters going this way. The green motors actually stick themselves in the middle because they can be shared, and then that goes this route. But at least we need the Mark I's for now because we don't have anything. So you get a box, and you get a box. There we go. So Mark I's just require plate and green circuits. Okay, green circuits. Outside is gears. Green circuits is the middle row. You're all the things. You're not going to help me. What are you? All right. So yeah, green circuits is the inner row. Green circuits is my inner row. So your green circuits and metal plate, and then you're going to stick that into a box. Yes. And then this here is going to get stuck into a box like that. And then this is going to get stuck into a box. What do you need, by the way? You need plate, gears, and circuit boards. So you just need one more thing than your friend here. You need that. You also need that. And you need this, and then the plate. All right, cool. You should try hooking this up and see how well it works. You think so? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't know. Well, let's make the turn, because you got to make the turn, dude. All right. There's 4, and there's 5. Wow, you almost think I kind of had that planned. I don't have it planned. Yes, I have. Yes, it's semi-planned. I mean, I've built them all multiple times. It's just, you know what you forgot to do? You're going to include. You didn't include proliferation. Darn it. And you were going to do that this round to make it all look good. Yeah. All right. Listen. Plug the. You know what? Save it from here. Okay. Save game. Do AC for this. And then you can have a look at this over the weekend. Because this will be our last episode for this week on this. I will look at this over the weekend as to whether or not I want to move this back over to the left one and then try to shovel this around. So parts of this is the tricky part here. This whole section has to work together to make all the parts. So what you're doing here is you're making level 1 sorters, which are turning into level 2 sorters. And to turn those into level 2 sorters, we need motors, and we need green motors to do that, right? And then that's the exact same thing happening over here. We've got Mark 1 belt, and we've got motors and green motors, and we're turning it into Mark 2 belt, which has to happen all kind of in this same area. But that being said, this can be done on the other side. I could move this over to the other side and it would be perfectly fine. So if I really wanted to, I could shuffle this all back, but let's leave it as it is. I'll think about proliferation and about how I might be able to squeeze it in here on the end after a bit and see what happens. Sure. Let's get this up and running. Because, I mean, that's what people want to see. They want to see this running. You know what else people want to see? You fixing this stuff. So, yeah, gee. Okay. We got to fix this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, if everybody could just please stop working here for a minute. I appreciate that. How many cubes are in here? Way too many. Man, are you ever going to hate this? Yeah. Am I ever going to hate that? Okay. Yeah, do this, do that. Take that out. Cut this off. Collect them up. Labs. I really don't want to be blocking this all up. All right. You need these lines to come down. You know this. This has to happen. Okay. So, and I'm just trying to think of a way that I can get these lines to come down this way and still have this work for us really cool like. Because you need it to get dinged into there. Well, you could run the blue science in the back and then run that in the front. Ooh, that's an idea. Okay. I mean, you already tore it up, so I mean that's a thing. Okay, and that would be bringing it right down the back side. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's actually not a bad plan, Max. Wow. That's actually really good. And then you could actually sneak that belt right around here. Could you put it in a box? Yes. Well, actually, you could put it in a box. You could put the box right here. Look. You're going to put the box right about here somewhere and then shove the blue stuff right into there. Yeah, do that. Okay. We're going to do that. And then we're going to do this. Something like this. Let's get rid of this belt over here. And then we'll drag this belt up here like so. This way, if I need to add more, it's all right. Right? You guys are all going in now. Now, blue science is going to kick out here, come over here, and drop off into the box. Now, let's make a mess, because let's just accept the fact that I'm about to make a big mess on the ground. All right. Do this. Boom. Really? All them cubes fit in my inventory? Really? I didn't think I had that much inventory space. I will take it. There you go. There you go. Blue cubes, please. Yep. Blue cubes for you. Blue cubes for you. We'll worry about the power requirements here in a minute. Do this, do that. Put this up on the board so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. The reds are coming in really insane. What's up? Sorry, dude. I had a graphic up on my screen. I had to cover it up for a minute. Reds are coming in really slow. Yes, they are. And the problem is hydrogen. But let's have a look at that in a minute just to see if it's just because I need more hydrogen build or if I've actually got something jammed up. If it's a jam, then I'll fix it. All right. But this has to be fixed. So we'll cut it off here. We'll let that belt actually drain out for a minute. Let's get this blue science back up and running just so as we can have science running. Do that. Now, yeah, because these are being eaten away. So let's go have a look here. Is it just because these guys can't produce hydrogen fast enough? Yeah, so that's the... oh, no, wait. What are you doing, dude? First of all, why aren't you making science? Why aren't you doing things? Is everybody else doing the things they're supposed to do? Yes. Now, this is no surprise. I actually expected this to be a problem. So I guess 4 more are needed. And this is kind of why I left this space here, because I was figuring I was going to need 8. So I'll make 8. I'll make 4 more, set that up. Once I've actually finished the blue setup, fixing the blue stuff, right? So looks like you've got to bridge back up starting here. Let's kill that belt. We'll do this. So yeah, come down. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. And then you're going to do this. And then go back up again. And then that's going to fix that part. Okay, blue stuff. Okay, so should I be just bringing that straight down here? Yes, you should. All right. So cut that off there. Cut that off there. Take that. Take that. Let's start dragging some stuff. You're coming down here, and then I only have to bridge this little bit here. Yep, come on. Yep, and then back down you come. There you go. And then the 2 of you are coming with me. All right, so now let's have a look. Insane, I hope it's all good in the brain. Insane in the brain. What a great song. Another great 90s song. Insane in the brain. You betcha. You know, it's all good stuff after that. I do hope things are good with you. All good in the neighborhoods. All right, so there is stuff coming down. We now got the new... Oh, no! Oh, no! Core energy. No. Guess what? That's not a problem. Listen, just take all the graphite you want, dude. Take all the graphite you want. I know, robots. I know. I'm working us really hard here today, right? But that's why we have all this neat new gas. And I do have the 3 hydrogen as a backup if I really need it. I'm hoping I really don't need it right away, though. Yep. So you're going to come down here. You're going to do that. And then this is C. Now, this is where we want to have this come through. And right to here, and then as soon as they hit here, we're just going to keep right on going, right? Because I need this stuff for this. How are you going to get the metal down here? No. We'll figure that out in a minute. One thing at a time, dude. One thing at a time. So, did I get that correct? I might have gotten this backwards. We'll soon find out. Yeah, I know, guys. I know we're out of power. It's all really bad. Listen, suck it up, Buttercup. We'll have it all fixed here in a minute. Let's get these now back in. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. That's going to get you guys going outward. Wow. Guess what? These need power poles. Something like that. That gets the blue science back up and running, right? No, because you forgot to put the innies and the outies on this. All right. Listen, we're not talking about belly buttons, dude. We're talking about green and blue cubes, innies and outies. What are you talking about? Okay, there you go. See, we got the cubes going in. We got the cubes coming out. Yeah, my bad, guys. I know, my bad. I cut off the science. I know. Listen, designing a blueprinting system is really hard. Okay, so this is where you now need this to go up into the air like you just don't care. There you go, like that. Same deal. Excellent. And then I need you to come down again and turn left. Yeah, same with you, dude. There we go, and turn left. Excellent. That's exactly how that's supposed to work. You're going to be the gears, right? Yep. Well, that's not a great indicator. Listen, what do you want? Yeah, you're on the wrong belts. You're on the wrong belts. All right, listen. Let me fix this. All right, yep, you're on the wrong belts. But I don't think anybody else really wanted that stuff anyway. Oh, right. I got to fix you. I got to fix you because you're on the wrong belt. All right, that's fine. Listen, you now need to be grabbing from that belt. And you two down here need to be grabbing from this belt. Right there and right there. All right, that'll fix them guys up for now. And let's see. Now for the metal. Really? So what are you going to do about that? Well, I don't really have a good plan. I must admit, I don't have the greatest plan for this. Well, okay. That doesn't sound promising, does it? No, not really. Listen, make yourself a little bit of belts. No, we're not making gears. I got a whole box of gears here, dude. I got a whole box of gears right here, okay? You can have some gears. I also got literally hundreds of plate right here. There we go. Now, can we make some belts? Sure we can. Look at that. Belt made. I even have a few of these just for fun. All right, there you go. All right, so this is where this belt has to come in. Yeah, it goes right underneath that. I mean, yeah, it's going to come right underneath that to there. Now, do you want to... How are you going to get that over there? I mean, dude, it's pretty crowded here. Well, I know it's crowded, but it's the way it has to work, dude. We need things to happen here. Yeah, but this is where this line has to come in. And then you got to get the stone down here. You haven't even thought about that yet. Psst, pocket change. Look, no, you can't use that. You know you can't use that because you're going to need that in the future. In fact, you're probably going to have to mess around with this when you go offline to make this like even more pretty than usual. Okay, so how are you going to get the iron down here? Well, one thing about the iron is I can fly it down here. We can run it up and over. And in fact, you should bring the stone down here at the same time just to get that done and out of the way. Okay, I agree. But this means this has to get out of my way, and then let's do this. Up to here, turn there, all the things. There we go. From the other side. Well, that's the problem. The problem is I can't really bring it in from the other side now. This was the problem I had about half an hour ago. So half an hour ago, I was having this huge debate whether or not I was going to start the mall on the right or the left. And what I mean by that is not just what's coming into the mall or what's coming out of the mall, but the resources coming into the mall all have to come in on the same direction. So what's going to happen is this mall is going to come in here, right? All the stuff's coming in on the left. It comes down here, but then it's actually going to flip on itself and then turn right around and to come back down this way. So see, there's no real way I can make it come in this way now, right? Because these lines are going to continue down here and then make a right. It's just the way it is. So that's a bit of a headache, actually. Which I have, of course, given myself, and I accept that. I accept that fact. But I think the solution to that is this. I will actually run both of them as bridges here to come down here. I just had to move this line here for this copper over one, so as when I go to do this, it works out. Now, unfortunately, I do got to take this junky copper line out, and I'm going to hate that. But I need the stone line and the glass line. Ugh, you actually need more than this. Yep. Stone and glass has to come down here, dude. As you can see, power is very important here. Glass is going to come up here. So that's 3 lines, right? Sure, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. No problem. Okay. So we're going to come over to here. Yep. And then we're going to come up. Yep. And then this is going to be, the glass line will already be in the air because it has to be in the air from there, right? What is the key for that? Yep. No. Redraw. Confirm. No. Don't change path. Yes. I need you to do this little maneuver. It's not one I use very often, but I'm going to on this one. Yep. We're going to do that. Okay. So glass and stone are in the air. Metal is next. And the metal is way down there. That's fine. So here's our metal. It's going to be in the air like we just don't care. If we back it off there. Yep. It's all fine now, people. It's all fine now. I mean, you know, I got the rhythm. I got the rhythm going on now, people. It's all good. Let's go with that. Go for this. Do for that. And now I got to keep this in the air. Ugh. You got to keep this in the air to here. Okay. And then now you got to go back. You got to move that over one more. You're going to be really confusing yourself. All right. Well, that's fine. Let's not panic on it. Do that for a second. All right. Do you want to put that over there? Probably a good idea. This is actually a really good time to do that, dude. Nope, not that. Sorry, my bad. Thanks, left hand. Okay, or that. Thanks, drive engine 2, but that's not important to me right now. So, do this, do that, and then I need you to come out here. Do this, do that. And as soon as this line empties out, I'll fix this. Wow, that's actually a really slow line, dude. Here, go away, would you? Like, I'll be asleep before you get done. Okay, so we're going to drag these 2 lines down. We got the 3rd line down there already. Let's hope we didn't mess this up. You're going to need more belt than that. Okay, there we go. Yep, do this. Stay in the air. Right? Yep, stay in the air. Boy, this whole windmill thing here is really going to be a pain in the butt. Well, guess what? You got to get out of the way. Okay, so where's my metal? Oh, all right, yeah, we're here. We're here. All right, cool. So, there. Nope, stay in the air. Stay in the air, dude. I need you to stay in the air. Do that, and then you stay in the air. There we go. That's the 3 of them. We got them down here. Awesome. Now I just got to get them around this power center. Okay. You know, you could move the power center. Yeah, I could, but it was built with the intention of using as little belt as possible because this is earlier in the build. Well, that's true. But you do know that you got to get this belt down here, right? And this is right in your way. And if this wasn't in your way, you could do that. That's true. I must admit, you make a good case. I can't argue it. Yeah, that's actually a really good case. Sure. All right, you convinced me. Cool. I'll figure out how to get around that problem later. I suppose that's really going to be... Oh, no, it's not hurting our power issues too much. So now you've got to do... you got to stay in the air. Yeah, there we go. Because these guys have got to come over. Yeah, like... Man, it's a good thing we're going to be blueprinting this, because let me tell you. Now, see, this is where I'm thinking, yeah, okay, now I've convinced myself, you got to go. Yeah, you got to go. I am going to move this all down one now. All right, because if I'm going to have these lines coming in the back, this makes it perfect for these lines to come in the front. I mean, it just lines up too well now, right? And that's kind of part of the deal here. So I think I'm going to move that stuff around. We'll do it this way. Yep, where are you going, dude? Yeah, you gotta come. You gotta come down here. There you go. And I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. All right. Now this is where you're gonna have the metal come over, right? And then you got to come down onto that dude. Yeah, right. I figured you were going to be too short. So let's do this. And you're going to come down onto that. This is not going to help with proliferation at all, dude. Like, at all. How are you going to fit proliferation in here? I mean, yes, you can squeeze probably all the things right in here. Listen, right now, you just need them all to work. Don't try to worry about being that fancy about it. Let's just make it work for a start. How about that? All right, let's do that. Do that. Now, have you come down and join into that, and then you're for glass, and I'll just leave you there for now. Okay, let's power this sucker up, because this should start making us things. If I get it half right. Let's not hold my breath on the half rightness part, but some of it should be right. Okay, yep, do that, do this, do that. And is this where you're gonna like stop for the end anyway? Yes, but I still want to see it work, so do that. Okay, please tell me somebody's making something here. No, because you haven't got any metal here yet. What did we not finish? We didn't finish something. You didn't finish the part where you put the metal out onto the belt. Oh, well, that's kind of important, isn't it? Yes. All right. Okay, do that, do that, do that. That's where you're supposed to do all that part. Listen. It's great that you got all this extra steel here, but you're not using it. So let's do this with this and that. Now, the maul itself doesn't need steel on a belt because it actually makes the steel as part of the maul. That's actually one of the really cool things I do with it. So you're now going to be shoving metal out. That means you guys down here should be having a party. Well, in a second. First of all, my poor... I've really ripped these guys off. So now I only have 2 machines making gears. I feel so bad for you guys. Hey, guess what? We have electrical poles. We now have smelters being made. We have Mark 1 belts being made. This is going to be the Mark 2 stuff. But we also have Mark 1 sorters being made, and we've even got assembly machines being made as soon as enough steel gets down here that these guys stop ripping it off, because that's what's going on at the moment, right? But I will say that works out good. Works good to me. Look, are you going to get a piece of steel? No, Oh, you did get a piece of steel. Look, I see you get one. You got 1 piece of steel. Are you going to get a second one? How many do you need? 4. You're going to get a third one? Now, that's the way all malls start, right? Because you're starting up the mall and everything's trying to take off the belt at once, everything is going to get taken, right? Look at that. Look at that. Gotta like seeing it in the boxes, people. You gotta like seeing it in the boxes. Now, like I said, I think I am going to take this one machine. I am going to move it over there. I'm going to have to shuffle this all down by one. I am actually going to blank this all out. Because, first of all, only having 2 machines here doing gears is not a good idea. It's just not. It's just not enough gears. Especially a little later on when we start doing stuff on the other side, and some of this stuff takes a lot of gears, right? So we don't want to be like shortchanging myself. So yes, this all looked really good, but now I got to take it all out because it's all in the wrong boxes. So this here all has to move down by one. We'll just take this stuff out of this for now. I mean, I might as well fix it now, right? So we're going to have at least 3 gear wheels doing this. No, I don't need you to store gears over here, dudes. I got a gearbox. I'm good. But now this is where I got to fix some sorters on all this stuff, right? Because all these sorters are in the wrong spots. So, yep, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Now, if I was doing this as a standard build, I would do this as I had this blueprint. So you notice the blueprint's got all 5 sorters on it. You can do that because a building will only take what it needs. So if this building doesn't need like these mag coils, since these are gears, it doesn't care about the mag coils. It just doesn't touch them. So you can actually make buildings. I like doing that all the time. I actually like making buildings where it has all the resources already on it. All the sorters already on it, and then you can just leave them as blank buildings and then pull in what you want later, right? Anyway, that's just a general note of what I do, right? You need 3 or 4 gears. I'm going to try to run it with only 3 gears. Yes, I would like to have 4 gears, but I'm going to try and run it with 3 gears just because of the spacing. And what I'll do is I'll probably have to be going to Mark II assembly machines anyway, and then I usually wouldn't upgrade my mall, but what I'll probably do is I'll upgrade the gear section in the mall so as the gears can produce faster, and then go with it from there, right? Let's put smelting in there. This is going to be Mark I belt. Maybe you should put your drawing back up for just a quick minute here, Max, so you can see what's going on. Okay. First, you want coils, you want metal, you want a box. Do that. You want all the things, right? Yeah, you want all the things except gears. So you can have all the things. Here, you can have that, you can have that. Yes, put a thing on here, dude. Yeah, there, he can have all them things. Right? He's going to get all the things. You're going to put it in a box, right? Please put it in a box. Well, and I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll put it in a box. You just want metal and gears. All right. So you can have gears. You can have metal. Yeah, you don't need this stone anymore. And we'll give you a box. And presto magico, Bob's your uncle. You can have that. Excellent. You better go back and put some limitations on these, dude. All right. Listen. Don't do too many of these. We'll start with a cool 1,000, right? Because I'm going to cut them back when we do Mark IIs anyway. That actually is okay. I'll go with 1,000 on that. There we go. So then this is where you need motors, right? Yeah. No, not that one. This has to be motors, dude. Can we make motors? Yes, there we go. So this has to be motors on this side. Thank goodness for research. And then this is going to be Mark II motors. This is going to be... this is your Mark II sorters, because these are the Mark I sorters. This is where you got to put in a few things. This has to come out. Right? Mark I, Mark II... No, actually, you can put that box back in. All right. And then this has to be a machine, a box, and a machine. All right. Machine, box, and a machine. There. I'll hook this all up later because we can't do anything with it anyway. For the Mark II stuff, we don't have the research done for it anyway. So that at least now, let's work on fixing the oil before finishing off the episode, right? So let's work on that oil. So as I can, over the weekend, I'll work on a few things. And hey, look at that. You gotta like having 1,000 steel kicking around. Awesome. Listen, can I have 4 more of these? Well, 3, 4. There we go. We're gonna have 4 more of those. How much of that belt do you got on you, dude? Probably not enough. Oh, you got 124. That's enough. All right. So, we'll come down here, and this is where you're going to put the hydrogen on the other side. Listen, how full is this tank? How bad is it? 6,000. Listen, can you make another tank? Say yes. Sure. You can make a tank, right? Oh, yeah, we make 15 tanks. Well, you can only stack 3 high right now, dude, so that's where you are with that. So, hopefully I can now put in another row here, right? Right to about here somewhere, and then... Are you making those machines? Yes, you are. All right. Can we have at least 2 of them right now so I can make this blue... you know what? Why don't you do that? Oh, okay, that's actually a really good plan. Sure. Let's see your skills on this. Let's not get fancy on skills, right? Right up to there. Okay. Let's see if I can make that use it right now, right? Use that right now. I think that's going to collide there. Is it going to collide there? Nope. You go, boy, with your blueprint. You betcha. Let's hope this is all coming out in the same spot where it needs to. Yes, oil is going to come out on that center line. That's awesome. You're off by 1. That's terrible. Darn it. I thought that was lined up so pretty. How am I off by 1? Whatever. Yep, whatever. Yep, take this all out. Take it out. Try again. Okay, one more time with feeling, please. Sure. Right up to there. Use now. All the things. This time you took 1 too many belts, so we'll try again. Yeah, we want to come up to here, but I don't want this outside line because I want to share this line. Do that. Okay, right to there. I don't think it can do it because I think it's going to collide. Yeah, let me go Shift Enter on this, and then it's going to put it in, but it's going to leave out a couple of sorters, right? Yes, it is. All right, that's fine. I can fix that. Right. You need to do that, and you over here you need to do that. The other side will be fine though because it's its own line. So we'll do that. Don't know why that ended up like that's what threw me off. See that one line there. So this is going to be the oil line here. Do that. Sure. Now on the front, we need you to come up 1 and be right there. Okay. This has got to come here and then up like that. And this has got to come to here and up like that. Now we need this oil to be in 2 spots at the same time. Guess what? You actually have 1 splitter. I know. Guess what you're going to use now? The 1 splitter you actually got for free at the start of the round. Oh, really? You're colliding with that? Of course you are. Yeah, whatever. Listen, do that. Colliding. I'll give you some collision. Here, have some collision. Yeah, get that out of my way. Do that, do this, and do that with this, and put a power pole back in. Okay, right about there. And I was going to say, you guys, everybody going to start up? There we go. So that will handle that, and we'll put 2 tanks on that. Oh, no, what? You put 1 tank on it, because that's as high as you can go. There. Hopefully, this should now well, it'll take a minute before the back ones come on. There they go. This should actually have enough hydrogen coming out now to keep all 4 of these running, which will help with our blue or red Q production. All right, and that will definitely help with the speed up process. All right, so let's switch back to this, all the things. Okay, so Looks super organized, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, it does. Are you going to be able to blueprint this, dude? Probably not. You're probably going to pull all your hair out. Listen, you should save the file before you get too far ahead of yourself and you really hate yourself later. All right, let's do that. Okay, so we'll call that where we're going to stop for the day. You have blue blocks in the manual research. Yes, I do. Let's actually have, I don't think I actually have any blue blocks. Yeah. So basically, it's just because I have the check mark turned on that this is showing it to me. But I don't actually have blue blocks in my inventory. What it's saying here is that if I had any blue in my inventory, it would use them first, right? But in this case, I don't have anything. I don't have any science in my inventory. So, like, if I were to take like a few of the reds and stick them in my inventory, it would actually use the ones in my inventory first before it would actually try to use them out of the box. But in this case, I am not holding anything. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I do not have anything in my inventory at the moment, which is probably bad. But we'll be okay. We'll be fine. So, is this blueprintable? Heck knows. This is going to be messy to blueprint. I'll tell you right here. The minute you start adding bridging this stuff, it gets messy. Because to blueprint this, I have to reverse engineer this out, right? So I got to kill all the belt underneath, right, to blueprint the top stuff, and then reload the save again and blueprint all the stuff underneath to do the bottom stuff, right? That's just the way it is. And some of these lines have to come in sooner than later, so I got to kill some of the lines off to blueprint so as the timing is done just right. So this is going to be messy to blueprint, but it's going to look great when it's working. I mean, it will look. I'm just going to pull all my hair out. Let me tell you. It's going to look awesome though. It's going to look great. Yup. I don't know if I'm going to have anything left by the time I get it done, but it'll be all right. But power has not been a problem this episode, which is good. Yes, I am seeing that it's now trying to come around like 2/3 of this circle, which means I'm going to have to probably worry about power. I see there's some coal veins up there. In fact, let's do the zoom out since we have the research for it. Let's see. We have 2 coal veins there. We have that coal vein up there. So I guess one of the things I'll have to do is blueprint in like 1 to at least a couple of different times some kind of power plants to make things run. And then let's see. I got to bring down the back side of the mall, but the research for the back side, some of it isn't done anyway, so this isn't actually bad for the front side. But that's all right. The timing on this is all off anyway. So like this research, I would have expected this research to be done a little while ago. So by the time I come to the back side of the mall, we would be farther along in the research tree anyway. But I'll have to test that to make sure that's working in the first place. And I didn't realize I was building this upside down. So really, this is the way it's supposed to look because this is north. This is the top of the planet there. But I'm building this from the bottom of the planet. So we're going to turn this back around again because I like looking at it like this. Holy smokes, I can see me pulling all my hair out on this one, people. So it's going to be fine, though. It's going to be fine. What do we got coming up tomorrow? We have Evil Genius 2 happening tomorrow. You betcha. Where, of course, we are working on adding more team members. Yesterday, of course, we worked on the upper half of the base, which looks really good, I must admit. The second floor of the base looks awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. So now we're going to start working on the main Bald Max. And then, of course, we're going to work on the lower half of the base tomorrow, along with doing more storyline, of course, to keep moving the story forward. Then, of course, that takes us into the weekend, where we'll have a little Factorio Extra on Sunday, and I'd like to try and do some electric smelting on Sunday. That's a maybe. The mall has been filling up. So we did put in the new mall on last week's extra, and so you're going to get to see that new fancy mall with a lot of extra stuff in it this week. And I'd like to try to do some electric smelting to start bringing in large amounts of iron plate into the factory. That's where we are with that. Meanwhile, I'll be very busy testing and blueprinting this out over the weekend, and when we bring this back early next week, on Tuesday of next week, I'll update you about the blueprint book, about everything that we've got tested, how fast is it going fast enough, not fast enough, whatever, all the things. Now, yes, we've spent 3.5 hours, right, in this file so far, which looks terrible, by the way. That's terrible for a speed run, but it's perfectly fine for doing all the blueprinting and the stuff we're doing. And we're going to have to do some yellow science next week. So yellow science, along with the titanium that we just researched and the diamonds we just researched. And hey, guess what? There's a planet out there with my name on it. In fact, where is that planet? It should be, yeah, there it is. Look, it's right there in the upper left-hand corner. Can I do that? Yeah, there it is. In the upper left-hand corner, we're going to that planet. We definitely got to get there sometime next week to start setting up titanium smelting and all the cool things. Are you going to put it in the upper right now? All right, cool. So we definitely got to go to that planet in the upper right, now in the lower right, because I keep moving the screen around, next week for titanium smelting so as we can get on with yellow science. With that, I'm Max. This has been Dyson Sphere Program Destiny Blueprinting. As we are preparing the blueprints needed to do an under 10-hour speed run for the achievements. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Mr. O, Insane, Jamie, all the peoples that watch later on. I want to thank you all hanging out. Of course, everybody that's a recent subscriber, as their name scroll at the bottom of the screen. Even if your name isn't down there, that's because Steam Elements is mean to you. Don't blame me. That's nothing to do with me. But I appreciate everybody watching very much. Of course, EG2 is tomorrow, and I hope you're all sticking around for that, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.